Hello and welcome to Leading. Socio-cultural organizations have become modern society's impetus for development. It is being seen as an alternative to governance and government without challenging government, but to do community service and grassroots mobilization. Joining me on the episode today is the president of one of Nigeria's leading socio-cultural organizations, Omo Ajorosun Club, Alhaji Abiola Ali. Thank you so very much for joining us on the program, sir. As president of Omo Ajorosun Club, the 21st of its kind, what do you intend to do differently?
Well, I have observed from the culture of Ibadan, and unlike some other towns where all issues will be taken to their king, it's not like that in Ibadan. The socio-cultural club has evolved in a way to resolving some issues which ordinarily would have been taken to
The palace.
the palace. So there is less pressure on the palace because we believe that we're all from Ibadan. And of course, if there are issues in Ibadan, if there are issues among the villages of Ibadan, we should be able to resolve the issues.
Before it degenerates.
Yeah, without those people necessarily taking the issues.
So
to the
that's
palace.
one thing that you intend to do.
So that is one thing. Then
Previous leadership in the organization, when they're doing that,
No, they were doing that, but of course, I mean, you have to develop, you have to build on what other people have done in the
Yes.
past. And of course, apart from that, we are in a modern age now. You need to, most of the things that other people are doing, because of the time, anybody that will step into that shoe must do things differently.
purposeful leadership, as someone said, is driven by structure. What's the structure that is driving all of this? You've told us about your intention. What's the structure?
Well, Ajorosun is a unique club, unique socio-cultural club. And that is why it's the foremost socio-cultural club in Ibadan.
True.
In Ajorosun Club, we have a robust structure. We have the president as the head of the place. We have the ESCO members. We also have the past president forum.
Okay.
The fact that, I told you that I'm the 21st president of the club.
So you
The
have 20 members.
Yes. They won't just leave them.
The forum, is it like operating like a supervisory board or complementary?
Advisory board.
Advisory.
Okay. Advisory board. And the way we structure our meetings is that the very first meeting, during the month, will be the meeting of the past president forum, where the current president is going to be the secretary of that particular body. Then the next is the ESCO meeting. So the president will take some of the advice he got from the past president forum to the ESCO meeting. After the ESCO meeting, the general meeting. Whatever
In
you
1 month.
Within that 1 month, whatever you decide at the ESCO meeting, you take it to the general house. So you can see that structure. Though the general house, is vested with so much power. Even your constitution
It's like a congress.
It's a congress. Whatever they decide at the general house is binding on everybody,
Including the EXCO.
including the ESCO. But of course, you have the layers of, the
Checks and
authorities in that place. And so you're able to function properly because you have people who have done it before. Who have done it before to advise you on what you are supposed to do. If you have...
And you also have the benefit of education
and
conscientization.
And of course, you also have your ESCO members.
So this structure has been helping to keep you focused and also to help you to navigate even more easily.
Exactly. The structure is assisting because
it seems like the way the organization is designed is to leverage on collective wisdom.
Of course, yes.
Rather than the wisdom of the leadership.
Exactly.
So the leader operates by leveraging on collective wisdom.
Exactly. Because you have people that will tell you, when we're there, this is the way we handle this. And you also have elders of the club.
That's different from past presidents'
That's
forum.
different from those ones. They were never in their school.
Yes.
But
by virtue of age and experience.
they are elders of the club. You can also go to them if you need advice from them. They will advise you rightly. This is what you are supposed to do. If you want to do anything as a leader, in fact, you shouldn't have any problem in that place because you have people to draw wisdom from in that place. Just go to them. I want to introduce this. What do you see to it? They will tell you, okay, do it this way, do it that way. You will keep that. You go to some other people within the club.
So a leader, a president of an Omo Ajorosun club needs to be somebody that has temperance. That's what I seem to be drawing from you now.
Of course, you must have it. I mean, it's very important. I mean, before they voted for you, they must have considered all those.
Are you compelled to take their guidance?
You are not compelled, but for you to succeed, you need guidance of elders.
What if the advice that you're getting from the forum, the elders, and the members is at variance with your own visionary strategic thinking?
You are going to align it with your own visionary thinking because
really?
These people have been there. Most times they see more than you do. They see more than you. Some of them have been there since the birth of the club. So they know the history of the club far more than you. That is one. Number two is that you are not there at all times. You don't know what is happening at all times. So if people give you ideas, look at the ideas. The one person will give you an idea, listen to that person. Other people will also give you ideas, listen to all of them.
Coming up.
You must have witnessed altercations and tension within the club among its members who have alternate political leanings.
Exactly.
How were they resolved?
Oh.
Do you have standing committees?
We have standing committees. We have standing committees. We have statutory committees. We have several committees because there's hardly anything I want to do in that place.
And despite all these committees, you are still busy.
You are still very busy because you have to work with the committees.
That's true.
We don't accept failures in Omo Ajorosun.
Now, 42 years, you will be by June this year, I assume.
Yes.
In 42 years, an organization must have evolved.
Yes.
I do know that from that initial, very humble beginning of 4 people forming the club as a social organization, the club has grown over time to develop into a charity organization, into a community mediation organization, community intervention organization, and also to a political pressure group.
Yes.
How are you able to manage this constellation of responsibilities? Particularly the political pressure group, because there will be different membership will be represented by people from different political leanings.
And whereas it is a non-religious, non-political organization, it is very easy.
Okay.
Before you assume the position of the president, you must have served. In fact, as a matter of fact, in the constitution of the club, you must have served 2 escorts, 2 presidents.
It's a must.
It's a must in the constitution. Because you need to learn. You must have learned from the people that have done it before. And that is also why they said, okay, there's a gap between when you emerge as a president and when you assume your position. Within those times, within the period of 2-3 months,
2 months plus,
you would have sat with the president, the outgoing president. You would have sat with the person, the outgoing president, sat with the person.
Despite you being a member of his escort.
Exactly. You would have attended past president forum. These people would have inducted you. They would have told you this is the way we do it.
You must have witnessed altercations and tension within the club among its members who have alternate political leanings.
Exactly.
How were they resolved?
Oh, we always make it clear in that place that that Omo Ajorosun Club is a non-religious organization.
And also non-political.
Non-political. We always make it very clear. And the Constitution is very clear about it. But of course, in such a place, you will have different interests.
Anywhere you have human gatherings.
You will have different political interests.
Yes. So how did you resolve? How
but
do you
because
resolve
all
them?
of us have resolved that this is a club that is dear to our hearts. This is a club that does not allow any of us to practice politics in that place, to practice religion in that place. All of us have agreed. We have
brothers.
signed. We are all brothers.
Are there
All of
women
us.
membership?
No.
Okay,
no.
so you're all brothers.
But automatically, when you as a man becomes a member of that place, your wife is automatically a
silent
member
member.
of the club.
So the way you have resolved or prevented or avoided such conflict, because it has destroyed many sociocultural organizations that I know of. Political leanings, you just bring it in and it scatters everything, as we say in our parlance.
It's never an issue in Omo Ajorosun Club.
So that's how you handle it.
We handle it because we see ourselves as brothers. First and foremost, we are brothers in Omo Ajorosun Club.
But how do you decide which political party you support as a group?
Because we are not we are political in nature.
Yes.
When we're in that place, what we do is that if we see, for instance, our culture is that in Omo Ajorosun Club, every Ibadan man that is contesting as a governor, we support them.
Automatically.
Automatically, because all of you, if you have, for instance, we have 7 Ibadan indigenes who are contesting for the position of a governor. We will support all of them.
How will you support all 7 people?
We will encourage them. Usually we write them. We encourage them.
All the 7?
All the 7. We encourage all of them.
Can we call that a support?
Well, is to also let them know
because
that
you're supporting me, you're also supporting my co-contestants.
That does not mean that we'll vote for you, but it's to encourage you, because if you have by the indigenous coming out to vie for a governorship position, it's a big credit for Ibadan. So we will support you in a way. We will encourage you. We will motivate you. We will inspire you for you to be there, because we believe that if you are there,
you mobilize for me.
We may not mobilize for you, but we will give you encouragement for you to be there.
Personal encouragement.
Personal encouragement for you to be there.
Will you donate to my campaign?
We don't donate to campaigns. We don't donate to campaigns. And
will you tell your members?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether all of you are from our club, because there are instances when you have 2, 3 people from our club, and you also have 5, 7, 8 from other clubs, from Ibadan.
Not just Ibadan.
Just Ibadan. We all of them. We encourage all of them.
You will not support your club members.
We don't because we are non-apolitical.
You are non-political. Non-partisan.
Non-partisan. So we will not.
How come
give you
many politicians fear the Omo Ajorosun Club?
Well, maybe because of the caliber of people in that place.
Okay.
Like I told you, we have
as influencers.
Oh, we have
and molders.
We have them in that place. We have leaders.
Okay, because of the caliber of people.
We have leaders of leaders in that place.
So it's not the collective that is their fear, but the constituent members of the collective.
It's also the collective, because constituent members make the club.
But the collective will not take a position.
The collective may not take a position, but if Omo Ajorosun Club is behind you, it's like God is behind you. Because I told you that all these people have families, they have friends, they have associates.
Exactly.
So,
and they are community leaders.
They are community leaders in their own right. Yeah, so, and they have a say.
People listen to them.
People listen to them. Sure. So, if they are supporting you, you can be sure that God is supporting you.
Their crowds are coming with them.
Yes. So, people would naturally say, if these people are for me, everybody's for me.
Coming up.
The name you call a society is how that society's members will be programmed mentally. So if you say, for instance, Ibadan is an ancient city, don't you think that might condition indigenes and even residents, non-indigenes now, and outsiders to think of it as a primitive society? You talked about rebranding the Omo Ajorosun Club. And many people have also said Ibadan itself needs to rebrand itself because the glory is fading away. And you must agree with me. The glory of Ibadan was the front line in several spheres in this country.
Exactly.
Not Lagos.
Exactly.
Culture, industry,
Even education.
If we're talking about rebranding Ibadan, as you have agreed now, specifically, what should we be doing? Because rebranding is not just about colors and logo. It's also about attitude. It's also about disposition. It's also about ambition, style. What should we be doing in specific terms?
Well, we need to reorientate our people. Attitudinal reorientation is needed in Ibadan. We were not used to people coming together, youth coming together to waylay people.
Yes.
Ibadan was not known for that. But we are getting that on a daily basis now. And it's not as if people are not doing something about it. Why some of us can come out and say we want to also assume the position of a president or a community leader is because we feel that outsiders are not the ones that will come and rebuild Ibadan for us. No, we are the one that will rebuild Ibadan. We are the one that will rebrand Ibadan.
Because the reason why I asked that question is the name you call a society is how that society's members will be programmed mentally. And your mental programming will determine how you behave, among other things. Will also determine your value system, as well as the perception of outsiders who might want to do constructive and progressive things with you. So if you say, for instance, Ibadan is an ancient city, don't you think that might condition indigenes and even residents, non-indigenes now, and outsiders to think of it as a primitive society? And that will form the basis on which they interact with the city, rather than calling it a modern city-state.
Okay, in year 2020, the third Ibadan was 200 years. And that gave us an opportunity to look back into the history. And also, I mean, we came out with a roadmap.
Good.
Where are we coming from? Where are we? Where are we going? And we look at it from all sectors of the economy. Because we have realized that a number of companies that were doing well in Ibadan are no longer there.
And they've not been replaced.
There are companies who were established 10, 20 years ago. They are already locating outside Ibadan. We have massive unemployment problem in Ibadan. We have youth restiveness in Ibadan. And of course, we have so many out-of-school children, even in Ibadan. And we felt we should arrest all these challenges. To us, they are challenges because we believe we can overcome them.
Yes, yes.
And that's why we came out with roadmap. We brought together intelligent Ibadan people who have held positions at higher level. We brought them together to come and discuss on how we'll get out of this mess. Because to us, it's a mess.
And did you come up with a blueprint?
Well, they came up with a blueprint And of course, we felt, we also gave the blueprint to the government because we believe we cannot do it alone.
Certainly.
We also need to advise the government on what they should do for Ibadan.
So that they can incorporate it into their own vision.
Exactly, into their own vision, into their vision. And of course, one thing that is happening that is that we love so much is that a number of Ibadan people who were not associated with Ibadan before, they are now coming home. They want to add value to Ibadan. Mm-hmm. They want to be part of, they want to accelerate the growth of Ibadan through their means, through everything that they have. So we are enjoying that now, and more people are coming to Ibadan.
It's been 2 years now. Is the blueprint already effective, operational?
It's operational. We for what we are seeing today is, a situation that had gone worse in the last 50 years or so.
50.
It's not something that just happened
No,
yesterday.
not overnight.
So when you want to arrest the situation, you need some time to, it's a process.
Absolutely.
You need some time. But the only thing is that you must be consistent in the way you try to arrest the situation. We have so much of...
Is consistency enough? What about persistence? Because people will resist.
Persistence is also there. You need to...
people will resist.
You need to
change.
insist. Insistence is also there. You need to insist that things must change for better.
I know that you are particularly close to the palace through my research.
Yes.
What's the thinking of the palace regarding this?
Well, the palace also realizes that we need to do a lot to Ibadan. We need to rebrand Ibadan. Ibadan should be rich economically. Ibadan should be rich culturally. Ibadan should produce people who make good names anywhere they are.
Make impact around the world.
Make impact all over the world. So, if we are not doing that, then
it should also be a strong voice.
It's a strong voice.
In the national politics.
Yes.
No doubt the good Lord who has brought you this far will not abandon you.
Amen.
And we pray that all the works of your hand concerning your focus on community development will continue to receive the backings of heaven.
Okay, thank you.
Alhaji Abiola Ali, President, Omo Ajorosun Club, we want to thank you very much for joining us.